speaking of jumping in the deep end, we have both independently played Fortnite for the first time in 4 years this last week.
Yeah.
And this has sort of been us also independently of each other, but at the same time having our interests piqued by the no build mode being introduced to Fortnite. Because Fortnite obviously had the fortress building that you could do, and then
the ones where you would blink and a skyscraper would appear in front of you by some like 8-year-old kid who was on like Adderall.
Exactly. Like it was a part of that game's DNA, but it was very difficult to overcome. And like maybe we just play Apex, but the no build mode, someone else was playing, and they were like, "Oh, anyone want to play?" And so I just downloaded it there and then and jumped in, and I had a decent time, even with like I was playing with someone in the States, and even with the lag, like it was pretty good. How did you find it, Jeremy, jumping into it?
So I jumped into it because of the no build mode, but also just because like a bunch of people at work were talking about it, and anyone that was talking about it at work also only jumped in because of no build. Like I think if you're over the age of 17, then no build is for you. Because if you're under the age of 17, then your brain is still a bit mushy, right? You can still sort of like...
It's elastic.
Yeah, there's a bit more room for new things happening on the fly that like I feel aged out of build mode in Fortnite, right? Like I just
you're so right. It's so funny to hear.
My old man brain just can't like comprehend what is going on, right? It's like watching pro StarCraft. I just can't.
Yeah.
I can see what's happening, but I sure as hell can't figure it out.
Oh god, that's funny.
Right. Yeah, I think I had a decent enough time. I don't love the shooting in that game. I got better at it, but like I don't particularly think it's super. I think the skills and this. I think overall the skill ceiling on Fortnite is a bit lower, or at least
without the building.
Yeah, like, and I think because the shooting is just looser, right? And when I say like the comparison that I'm drawing is against other battle royales like Apex, like Warzone, like PUBG, which you have to sort of be like, you have to be on it, right? Because if you're not on it, then like you will just get fucked up.
Yeah.
Whereas in this, I think part of it is because like it's, you know, like the most popular game, right? There's just like so many people of all different types of skill levels. So you were gonna meet some people who are not used to first person shooters.
And also like full of bots when like you're new or when you haven't been there for a while, like you get plenty of bot games for a while to ease you back in.
Yeah. Which is good because you feel like you're making progression. But I think that I think getting a kill in Fortnite is not super exciting. Maybe like you get him and you're like, all right, cool. I think one of the reasons getting kills in other battle royale games is so exciting is one because it's always quite high intensity, which Fortnite doesn't always have. It has towards the end, but at the beginning it's pretty loosey goosey.
Totally.
But also because the loot is just so fucking random, it feels like. And it's very just like, hey, he's the better gun. There's no attachments. There's no like, you know, better shields.
True.
There's no upgrades. You're not building a kit. You're not doing a loadout or anything like that. You're going from green gear to blue gear to purple gear to gold gear.
Yeah, or like, I want to keep a shotgun, but it's only green. Maybe I keep this purple pistol, but then I have to be accurate. Yeah, it's a whole different loot mindset.
Yeah, and there are grenades and there are shields and other like additional things.
Tents.
Yeah, I don't know what tents do.
Tents are storage items. You throw them down and you can put an item in it, and then in the next game you get a tent. You can pull that same item out of it.
That's weird.
It is weird, isn't it?
That's really weird, actually. yeah, there's a lot of there's also like vehicles, and then there's you can like ride on animals, and there's like rifts in the sky, and I got into
Yep.
like a hamster ball, and I drove around a theme park, and there
Yep.
was like no one there. It was
Really?
yeah, like when I went there, I was driving around the theme park going like, there's nobody fucking here, dude. Like it's really
That's
weird.
eerie.
And there's NPCs and characters and story, and it's
Yep.
like it's like I feel really old when I play this. Like it's like when I go on TikTok and I like look at what the kids are doing, and I just don't really get it. Like I don't.
I'm sorry here for the old
I
man
don't-
Jeremy
don't-
Ark. This is so
I
funny.
just don't understand what they're saying. And they're saying phrases and doing, and like I join into a lobby and Darth Vader is there, and there's Gangnam Style by Psy playing, and then there's
Yep.
like there's a fucking Jedi over there, and then there's a superhero, and then there's some K-pop, and then there's some more
It's
music.
like a pug in a sweater
Yeah.
and a fish
and there's a
and a banana.
There's a like a green, sickly green Rick and Morty skin over there, and
They're all dancing.
like I get an irregular heartbeat while I play this game.
You get palpitations.
Yes, like the twinge in my lower back just decides to flare up again the moment I play this game and start to be in that space. It's so branded.
It is, isn't it? I was so overwhelmed by that.
Right?
And I was playing this game and it was like slowly overwhelmed by it. But it was just like, wow, that's just an anime character who just slaughtered me. And it was like,
Right?
oh, here's Master Chief holding like a balloon pickaxe, like who just smacked me with a pickaxe to death, and then he ran off with his like dual wielded like pistols and like shot a banana. Like there's so much random fucking shit going on. And like 2 or 3 weeks ago before the season restart, they brought lightsabers back into the game for the Obi-Wan Kenobi launch.
Right.
And so like imagine playing that game with tanks and lightsabers and like blaster pistols with unlimited ammo. Like the game is a lot. And something about the shooting in Fortnite as well has always been weird. Like it does feel really loose and imprecise. Like it's just like, oh, there's a crosshair on your screen, and if you can kind of just tap, you could just kind of like point at people and click and you'll win.
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah, and
like the recoil patterns aren't particularly sophisticated or anything like that. It's not like Apex or Counter-Strike.
no, and I don't think that's a bad thing by any means, and I don't think you're saying that either. It's just a different thing, and because it's like this needs to be the one for everyone, right? Like this needs to be the one that you can play once a year when they're doing some concert or whatever, right? Like
Yeah.
this is a vessel, right? This is a vehicle to get you to buy and consume more. And so it needs to be like as low barrier to entry as possible. And when I mean buy and consume, I know what you're going to say, which is going to be how many pop-ups immediately they ask you to buy things for.
No.
Oh, what were you going to say?
But you're right, there's a lot.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say I still can't believe this isn't different. This isn't new for Fortnite. I still can't believe like for the amount of V-Bucks you need for like a skin and its associated accessories, it's like $30.
Yeah.
Like 30 actual bucks for a decent skin and a pickaxe and a backpack. Like it's nuts the amount of money you have to spend on that shit. Like it's ridiculous.
Right. And like it's the more I play the game, which is not really a lot, I'm playing like maybe half an hour every 2 days. Maybe an hour. Like I don't want to give the game money, but fuck me dead, do I want to stop being just a soldier? Like they've just given like just the worst skin. Like that's just I hate that because I hate that.
I mean, what did they used to call it back in like 2018 where you were no skin or something like that? Like
is that what they call it?
Something like that. Like kids will get teased for being like a no skin or something.
That sucks. That's classism. That sucks. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, it is. The thing, I bought the battle pass back in like season 4, like actually season 4.
What season
So
are they
I've
up to
got
now?
one. They're up to chapter 3, season 4.
What the fuck does that mean?
So they're up to chapter. They're up to season 24, is what that means.
Have you seen the video of the
You're like Bernard in Black Books trying to do his taxes. What? What does that mean?
There's this great video where there's like this old guy yelling at like these young, maybe middle teens, late teens, these kids, and there's this old guy and he's like arguing with them, and like I don't know the context of the video. I only know like just like the memed bit, which is just like him going off at them, and then like one of the guys looks at him and goes like, "Daddy, chill," and the dude goes, "What the hell is that even?" I feel like that guy. Like I'm just like looking at this thing, I'm like, "What is this?"
Why would you say those words in that order?
Like what compelled this? How did we get here?
That's like my entire life experience, not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm so we should play some together. I wanna hear at runtime Jeremy freaking out at the random shit that happens.
I feel like I'm
like
I
I was in there and I'm
falling.
like I just loved being surprised by all the shit. I'm like, whoa, I just got destroyed by this anime character, or like I'm being picked up by God of War. Someone help me.
God of War's in this game. Halo and God of War.
Halo and God of War and Batman and Superman and Iron Man and like and Darth Vader and Indiana Jones. I tweeted like after I played on Friday, I said, has anyone interviewed Harrison Ford and asked him about his involvement in Fortnite? Because I really want to hear how little he cares about it.
Oh, Fortnite. He's got his gun and he's like, "I'll kill you." His bones just wither away the moment you start explaining it to him. His age finally catches up to him and his back just goes like sideways.
That twinge in your lower back becomes fatal when you talk about Fortnite when you're over 70.
Yeah.
And finally, for like what we've been playing this